In this video, I'm going to show you how to protect yourself from the scams that are happening most often in parking lots and grocery stores across America. These are places you go every week, sometimes even every day, and that makes them easy spots for scammers to target. But don't worry, you don't have to live in fear. With a few simple habits, you can keep yourself safe, protect your money, and most importantly, protect your peace of mind. I've spent over 30 years as a doctor caring for older adults, and I've seen how these scams affect people. It's not just about losing a few dollars, it's about the stress, the sleepless nights, and the heavy feeling of being taken advantage of. That can do more damage to your health than the money itself. I don't want you to go through that. Before we get started, I'd love for you to tell me, where are you watching from today? Just drop your city or state in the comments. And if you've ever had a close call with a scam, share that too. Your story could help protect someone else in our community. Point 1. The parking lot trap. Let's start with one of the most common scams, and it usually happens in the parking lot. Think about the moment when you've finished shopping. You've pushed your cart through the aisles, waited in line, loaded your bags into the car, and you're ready to go home. That's the exact time when many scammers strike, because they know you're tired and your guard is down. Here's how it works. A stranger suddenly walks up to you with a story that sounds urgent. Maybe it's a young man saying his car ran out of gas and he just needs $20 to get home. Or maybe it's a woman telling you her child is sick and she needs bus fare. Their words are designed to pull on your heart, because they know your generation was raised to help a neighbor in need. One of my patients, Eleanor, who was 78, went through this. A man asked her for gas money, and she gave him $30. She felt good about helping someone, until the very next week, the same man came back with the exact same story. That's when she realized her kindness was being used against her. It broke her heart. So how do you handle this without feeling rude or guilty? The answer is simple: have a short, polite line ready. Look the person in the eye and say firmly, "I'm sorry, I cannot help you." Then get into your car and lock the doors. That's it. No excuses, no explanations. A real person in need can ask the store manager or call for help. You are not their only hope, you are simply the easiest target. Protecting yourself in that moment doesn't make you unkind. It makes you wise. Point 2. Why scammers come back. Now, here's something very important to understand: if a scammer succeeds once, they will often try again. To them, kindness looks like an open door. And once that door has been opened, they'll return, hoping it will open even wider the next time. Think again about Eleanor's story. After she gave that man $30, she believed she had done a good deed. But the very next week, the same man came up to her again with the exact same story. He didn't even recognize her face, because for him it wasn't personal, it was business. For Eleanor, though, it was heartbreaking. She realized her generosity had been turned into a tool to trick her. That betrayal hurt far more than losing the money. This is exactly how scammers work. They test people. If you give in once, they mark you as someone safe to approach. And it doesn't stop there. Sometimes they even tell others, "That person gave me money," which can lead to more strangers approaching you in the future. One "yes" can turn into many uncomfortable encounters. The emotional toll is heavy. Many older adults have told me that after being tricked once, they felt like they couldn't trust strangers anymore. Some even started avoiding their favorite stores because of the fear that stayed with them. That kind of stress doesn't just live in your mind, it shows up in your body. Your blood pressure rises, your heart works harder, and you walk around feeling constantly on edge. That's why setting a firm boundary matters so much. Saying no is not about being cold, it's about protecting your health and your peace of mind. A polite but strong refusal sends a clear message: this person is not worth my time. And at the same time, it tells you, I am in control. Point 3. The distraction trick. Now let's move inside the store, where another common scam takes place. This one doesn't involve asking you for money directly. Instead, it works by distracting you for just a few seconds, long enough for someone else to take advantage. Here's how it usually happens. You're walking with your cart when someone nearby drops a bag of groceries, and apples or oranges roll across the floor. Naturally, your first instinct is to help. Or maybe a polite-looking person taps you on the shoulder and says, "Could you reach that box on the top shelf for me?" Both moments feel harmless. In fact, they seem like normal chances to be kind. But while you're bending down to pick something up or stretching your arm toward the shelf, another person slips their hand into your cart or purse. It takes only a second for them to grab a wallet, phone, or keys without you even noticing. One woman I knew, Margaret, had her wallet stolen this way. She told me she didn't realize what happened until she was standing at the checkout and couldn't find her credit card. That moment of shock stayed with her for months, because she felt like her natural kindness had been turned into a weakness. Here's the truth: distractions are powerful because they lower your guard. But you can still be kind while staying safe. Point 4. Protecting your purse and belongings. Now that we've talked about distractions, let's focus on something very practical: how you carry and protect your belongings, especially your purse. This might seem like a small detail, but it makes a big difference. When you're shopping, it feels natural to place your purse in the main basket of your cart so your hands are free. But here's the problem: an open purse in a cart is like leaving your front door wide open. A thief doesn't need more than a second to reach in and grab your wallet. Most people don't even notice until much later, sometimes not until they're already home. By then, the damage is done. So what's the solution? It comes down to forming a new habit. First, always zip your purse completely shut. Not halfway, not loosely, completely. Second, place your purse in the child seat area of the cart instead of the big basket. Third, use the safety strap on the cart to loop through your purse handle and buckle it. That little step acts like a lock. It creates a barrier that makes it nearly impossible for someone to grab your bag without you noticing. Even better, consider using a crossbody bag. When your purse is strapped across your shoulder and chest, it stays with you at all times. No one can lift it out of your cart because it never leaves your body. I often tell my patients this: protecting your purse is just like locking your front door. You don't do it because you expect someone to break in every day. You do it because it's smart, and it lets you relax. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about being prepared. A few small habits give you peace of mind so you can focus on your shopping instead of worrying about your belongings. Point 5. The fake offer scam. Now let's talk about a trick that feels very different but can be even more dangerous: the fake offer scam. This one doesn't happen in the parking lot. It usually takes place inside the store, and what makes it so tricky is how official it looks. You might be walking down an aisle when someone approaches you with a friendly smile. They may be dressed in a polo shirt with the store's logo, wear a name badge on a lanyard, or carry a clipboard or tablet. Everything about them seems professional and safe. Then comes the offer. Maybe it's a special promotion for a store credit card. Or maybe it's a deal where if you buy one gift card, you get another one free. It sounds too good to pass up, and they present it so politely that it feels real. But here's the truth: these offers are not real. What scammers want isn't just your money, they want your personal information. They'll casually ask for your full name, address, phone number, and sometimes even your social security number. And once you give it, the risk goes far beyond losing a few dollars. This is where identity theft begins. I'll never forget John and Mary, a sweet couple in their 70s. They thought they were getting a great holiday deal when a young man with a clipboard offered them bonus gift cards. They paid $100 and filled out his form. But the cards were worthless, and what scared them most wasn't losing the money, it was realizing they had handed over all their private details to a stranger. That worry kept them awake at night for weeks. Remember this: scammers know how to play dress up. A uniform, a badge, or a clipboard doesn't prove anything. Just because someone looks official doesn't mean they are. Point 6. The golden rule of store safety. Here's a simple rule that can protect you from almost every fake offer. Official business only happens at official places. That means the customer service desk, the checkout counters, or the store's verified website. Nowhere else. If someone approaches you in the middle of an aisle or out in the parking lot with a deal, a form, or a special promotion, you can be sure it's not legitimate. Real employees don't wander around asking for your social security number or selling you gift cards next to the soup cans. They don't pressure you in the parking lot, either. So what do you say if someone approaches you like that? Use this magic phrase, "Thank you, I'll go to the customer service desk to ask about that." Those few words are powerful. A real employee won't mind one bit, they'll probably encourage you to check at the desk. But a scammer will usually disappear quickly, because they know you're about to expose their trick to the real staff. I want you to practice saying it out loud, "Thank you, I'll go to the customer service desk to ask about that." It's polite. It's calm. And it puts the control right back in your hands. You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain. You simply stand firm with that one line. This rule works like a shield. It stops scammers before they can even begin. And just knowing it gives you peace of mind. Instead of worrying, "What if someone tricks me?" you'll already have your response ready. That confidence makes all the difference. By remembering the golden rule, you can shop with more ease, knowing exactly how to protect yourself from these fake offers. Point 7. Protecting your kindness without losing it. We've talked about scams, tricks, and the steps you can take to protect yourself. But now I want to share the most important lesson of all: being cautious does not mean losing your kindness. You don't have to stop being the caring, generous person you've always been. What you need are the right tools to guard that kindness so it can't be used against you. Think again about Eleanor, the woman I mentioned earlier. At first, when she realized she had been tricked, she felt crushed. She told me it wasn't just about the money, it was the heartbreak of knowing her compassion had been twisted into a weakness. For a while, she felt guilty and even stopped smiling at strangers. But over time, she learned something powerful. Her compassion wasn't the problem. The problem was that she hadn't known how to protect it. Now, Eleanor shops every week with quiet confidence. She knows how to say, "I'm sorry, I cannot help you," without guilt. That's the choice in front of you, too. You've spent your life working hard, raising families, and building communities. You've given so much of yourself to others. You deserve to protect your savings, your health, and your trust in yourself. Scammers should never get to decide how your story goes. That's your decision. And when you choose to set boundaries, you're not closing the door on kindness, you're making sure it stays safe, strong, and in your control. My friends, we've walked through 7 powerful lessons today. We talked about the parking lot trap, the repeat target scam, the distraction trick, protecting your purse, the fake offer scam, the golden rule of store safety, and finally, how to protect your kindness without losing it. Each of these points gives you a tool, something simple you can say or do that keeps you safe while still allowing you to be the kind person you've always been. I want you to remember this above all: protecting yourself is not selfish. It's not unkind. It's wisdom. You've lived long enough, worked hard enough, and given enough to this world. You deserve to feel safe every time you go shopping, walk through a parking lot, or talk to a stranger. Your kindness is a gift, but it is also something you have every right to guard. Now, let me ask you a question. What's the one step you'll commit to today? Will you practice saying your polite but firm, "I'm sorry, I cannot help you" line? Will you start keeping your purse zipped and secured every time you shop? Or will you remember the golden rule, official business only at official places? Whatever it is, write it down in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else in our community to take that first step, too. And if you found these lessons helpful, please give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell, so you never miss another tip that can keep you safe and confident. And think of one person in your life, a friend, a neighbor, or a family member, who could benefit from this message. Share this video with them. You never know, your simple act of sharing could save them from stress, financial loss, or heartbreak. Stay safe, stay wise, and always remember, you are in control of your kindness.